If you caught any of our coverage earlier today with Scott Gagliardi and Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon, you'll know that the Severe Thunderstorm Watch was in effect until 9 o'clock. We're beginning to see some Connecticut counties get dropped. Litchfield County officially dropped. The severe weather risk across northwestern Connecticut is over, and we do expect to see this get cut back as the evening progresses. The line of storms that we've been tracking is moving offshore as we speak. Still quite a bit of activity through parts of southeastern Massachusetts and into Rhode Island, but for Connecticut, we've actually seen some big improvements. We'll take you to the state's only live radar here. Zoomed in right now on parts of the Naugatuck Valley through Naugatuck, Oxford, into Southbury, out through Brookfield, New Fairfield, Sherman, over Candlewood Lake right now. So there is still some heavy rain, some lightning associated with this, but certainly not as impressive as the severe warned thunderstorms that we saw earlier today. Now, as the day goes on, we do anticipate that things will become, again, a bit more active, or rather a bit less active. We've seen the majority of that activity. The statewide perspective here showing that very nicely. Watch the progression over the last 30 minutes of these storms moving on out. We're keeping an eye on this little downpour here that's going to make its way into, say, Colebrook. But overall, the takeaway here is improvement as the evening progresses. Check out this thunderstorm here just over the border now, moving out of North Stonington and into Rhode Island. A very impressive storm. A lot of lightning with that. If you're in the greater Stonington area, throughout Stonington Borough, all the way back toward Mystic, Groton, Long Point, you still have to keep your eye to the sky because you are unfortunately close enough that lightning is still a bit of an issue, still popping up with some strikes in the Groton area. Storm reports are also starting to come in from parts of Litchfield County down throughout New Haven County. We have team coverage on this, and we will bring you updates as the evening progresses. Our official high temperature for the Hartford area today into the 90s, 95 in fact, adding to our tally of 90-degree days. So we're at 15 now total for the year, and in Bridgeport we tied the record of 93 set back in 2001. So we did achieve record warmth in the southwestern part of the state. And this is not the only chance at record warmth that we have over the next 7 days. Much more on that in just a moment. But look at how temperatures have dropped now that the rain-cooled air is moving into the state. 84 in New Haven, 82 in Groton. That's with an offshore wind direction, which helps to bump the temperatures up a little bit more along the 95 corridor. Elsewhere, about 75 to 80 degrees or so. And temperatures will rally a little bit back into the low and mid 80s before dropping off later on this evening. And we're anticipating mainly clear skies overnight tonight. Our iCam view right now in Middletown showing how things have cleared up behind the storms, and we'll take you live to our iCam in New Haven. So we're looking off to the northwest here. We can certainly see a bit more in the way of cloud cover and also some rain there in the distance. 84 degrees in the Elm City right now with winds out of the north at 12 miles per hour. This does mean that high pressure is getting ready to build in, and that will be overhead tomorrow. Looking like a gorgeous day tomorrow, far less humid and a very bright day. And as that high pressure moves offshore, it opens the door for this warm front to lift through on Sunday. And with it, we're expecting rain and perhaps some thunderstorms. So Sunday, another first alert weather day, not only because rain will impact your outdoor plans, but some of those storms perhaps strong, if not severe. The western half or so of Connecticut underneath this level 1 risk for severe weather for Sunday. So we'll be watching that very closely. Be sure to tune in with Jill Gilardi and Scott Gagliardi over the weekend for updates on that evolving situation. Tonight, mid and upper 60s inland, closer to 70 along the shoreline. And tomorrow we have this very nice recovery into the 80s. On the first alert 7-day forecast here, storms possible Sunday, prompting that first alert weather day. By Monday, the heat returns, but we're even more focused on the heat Tuesday. Another first alert weather day as heat index values climb back into the low triple digits. We're forecasting 95, near record warmth along the shoreline, 92. And with 3 days in a row at or above 90, that could be our third heat wave of 2025, because by Wednesday next week, we are still in the 90s. The front may be a little slower to clear. We'll see increasing sunshine by next Thursday. Humidity levels will be dropping. And 1 week from today to kick off the month of August, temps around 80 degrees with plenty of sun.
Pretty crazy. Going to be August already. Mike, thank you very much.